Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and I'm back with part number 14 of my NFL hybrid set that I built. Cards from 1970 to 1973. If you had a card issued, you're going to have one card in here. If you had four cards issued, one in 70, 71, 72, and 73, you're only going to have one card. If you just had one card issued, that card's going to be in the set. So everybody that had a card issued by Topps from 1970 73 is in this set, and I've really enjoyed putting it together. A lot of these cards are from my childhood collection, and it's just been a fun set to put together, and I've really enjoyed doing the research and talking about these players, and they're just a lot of memories from players long ago. And this is a pretty nice sheet here. A lot of interesting guys on here. We're going to start off with Don Cockroft. Don Cockroft with the Browns, and try to zoom in on him a little bit more there. That's his 1971 card, one of my favorite sets. And Don, this is his rookie card. 1971 is his rookie card. He had cards issued in 73 through 81 after that. He was the 55th pick in the 1967 draft by the Cleveland Browns. He was a punter and a kicker until 1977 when he became strictly the place kicker. He played for the Browns from 68 to 80, so he had a nice long career. But his last game, I do remember this too, his last game was rough. In the AFC playoffs against the Oakland Raiders, Don missed field goals from 47 yards, from 30 yards in the second quarter, and then he had an extra point blocked as well. And the Browns lost that game 14-12. So he missed field goals from 47-30. That's 6 points, plus the extra point makes 7. And they end up losing the game by 2. And Don played in 188 games and finished with 1,080 points. A terrible way to go out, but I'll tell you what, he was a reliable, good kicker all through the 1970s. Gail Cogdill, this 1970 card with the Atlanta Falcons. His rookie card was a 1961 Topps card. He had cards issued in 64 to 65, and then 67 and 70. He was drafted in 1960 with the 63rd pick by the Detroit Lions. And he played for the Lions from 60 to 68. He was with the Colts in 68 also, and the Falcons from 69 to 70. Gale was the NFL Rookie of the Year in 1960. He was a three-time Pro Bowl selection, NFL champion in 1968 with the Colts. Of course, they lost Super Bowl III to the Jets then. Gale had a serious knee injury in 1965, and he just never was able to really recover his previous numbers, his previous speed. And again, he was a three-time Pro Bowler, and he just, after 1965, it was tough. He was with the Colts when they lost the Jets, as I said, in Super Bowl III, but he did not get to play. In 1969, he signed with the Falcons and appeared in 30 games for Atlanta in 69 and 70. He retired in 1971. Gail Cogdill. And that knee really just kind of limited him so bad. Lindsey Cole. He was a wide receiver and a kick returner for the Bills. And right here, this is his rookie card, and it's his only card that he had issued. He was drafted by the Bears with a 210th pick out of TCU in 1970. His rookie year, he played in 7 games, starting 3, and he had 3 receptions. He played Lindsey played for the Oilers in 71 and 72 primarily as a kick returner, and he played with the Bills for 8 games in 72. He finished his career with over 1,500 yards in kick return yards. So Lindsey was primarily a kick return specialist. This guy here, Gary Collins, again, I love that 1971 card. That is a sweet card with the catching the ball over his head and the blue sky in the background and that nice brown uniform. I like it. This is Gary's last card. Gary Collins' last card. His rookie card was a 1964, and he had cards issued from 64 up to the 71. He was drafted with the 4th pick by the Browns in 1962, and he played with them until 1971. Gary was the MVP of the 1964 championship game, catching 3 touchdowns in that game. He was a 3-time All-Pro, and he was a member of the 1960s All-Decade team. That's right, Gary was a member of the 1960s All-Decade team. His numbers started to fall off as injuries mounted, and then he retired after the 1971 season. But man, he had a good career. 339 receptions, 5,300 yards, and 70 touchdowns. He suited up in 127 games, starting 106. So Gary Collins was a good player. Good player. Next, we got Wayne Coleman. This is his rookie card. And he had cards issued in 74 and 75. He was undrafted and signed with the Eagles in 1968. He played with the Eagles for 2 years. Then he went to the Saints in 1969 and played with them until 1976. He played a total of 98 games starting 61. And from 1971 to 74, he started every game that he suited up for. And he missed the 1975 season and played in 7 games in 1976. He didn't start any as his injury started to mount. Wayne had 3 interceptions and 6 fumble recoveries in his career. So Wayne Coleman. And over here, we got Jack Concannon with the Chicago Bears. 1970 card. Jack's rookie card is a 1965 Philadelphia, and he had cards issued between 68 and 71. Jack was drafted out of Boston College in 1964 with the 16th pick by the Eagles. He played with the Eagles from 64 to 66, the Bears from 67 to 71, with the Cowboys 72 to 73, the Packers in 74, I do not remember that, and with the Lions in 75. Jack was the 3rd string quarterback in Philadelphia, then he got traded to the Bears for Mike Ditka. Jack Concannon for Mike Ditka in 1967. With the Bears, he was a starter, and after 7 games, he broke his collarbone. What a bummer. In 1969, he lost the quarterback job to Bobby Douglas, but did have 5 starts during that year. In 1970, he had 13 starts. In 1971, he only had 3 starts, and he got traded to the Cowboys, and he was on the taxi squad there with Craig Morton, Roger Staubach. He had 2 starts with the Packers. I don't remember that at all. And he appeared in 7 games with Detroit. All in all, Jack suited up in 90 games. He started 45. Yikes, the stats aren't too good. He threw for 36 touchdowns and 63 interceptions. He had 1 rushing touchdown and 1,026 yards rushing for his career. Jack died in 2005. Yeah, the interception to touchdown ratio is not too good for Mr. Concannon. Here we've got Glenn Condren, 1971 Topps. This is his only card issued, his rookie card and only card. He was drafted by the Giants with the 152nd pick, and he suffered a knee injury his rookie year after 8 games, and that finished his rookie season. He was waived by the Giants before the start of the 68 season. He got claimed by the Falcons, and he made their roster in 69, becoming a starting defensive end. In 1970-71, he suited up in 79 NFL games, starting 59, and he retired after the 1972 season. Got Dan Connors, linebacker with the Raiders. That's his rookie card. And he had cards issued in 74 and 75. He was drafted with the 15th pick in 1964 by the Raiders, and he was an anchor of the Raiders defense. He helped lead the Raiders to the playoffs in 7 of his 11 seasons. That's pretty good. He appeared in 141 games in his career, starting 110. He was a 3-time AFL All-Star. He ended up his career with 15 interceptions and 16 fumble recoveries, and he scored 5 defensive touchdowns. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a linebacker at that time. This guy here, Greg Cook, it's his rookie card, and it's his only card, and this guy is interesting. He was drafted by Cincinnati in 1969 with the 5th overall pick by the Cincinnati Bengals. Paul Brown had seen him play for one half of a game. He made a tremendous comeback, and Paul Brown said, he's going to be our quarterback. And so he was drafted by Cincinnati. He started the first 3 games of his rookie season, and he went 3-0. He was starting off really good when he heard a pop in his shoulder after being tackled. He missed the next 3 games, and a torn rotator cuff went undiagnosed. This is the sad part here. He took cortisone shots repeatedly to make it through the season. He was named AFL Rookie of the Year. And he threw for 17.5 yards per catch. That's pretty impressive. It's still a rookie record, as a matter of fact. During surgery, after the season, it was discovered that his bicep had become detached as well. Wow. He ended up with 3 surgeries. All of them proved to be ineffective. He did appear in one game in 1973, and then he retired. Greg Cook is considered to be the number one, that's right, the number one-shot wonder in HBO's series of What Ifs in the NFL. He finished with over 1,800 yards passing, 15 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, but just that one rookie year after being the 5th overall pick. Torn rotator cuff, undiagnosed, torn bicep, undiagnosed, repeated cortisone shots. Man, that's the way it was in 1970 in the NFL. That's unfortunate. One of the number one what ifs of the NFL. Guys, I hope you enjoy taking a look at these cards. Man, I love these cards. And it's just, I love these 1970s cards from my childhood collection. It's just been a blast going through this. And I know there's a few of you guys who watch pretty regular and leave comments, and I really do appreciate it. Again, I'm going to try to get a couple more out this week. And I enjoy this hobby, and this is a fun way to collect for me. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, leave me a comment. It really is encouraging. And to subscribe and share it with somebody else you know that loves early 1970s football. Take care, guys, and have a great day.